All right, be on.
All right, so testing. All right, so testing, making sure everything in a get. Yeah, me alright. Can check it on your phone quick. Testing. Emmanuel Ajay.
Yeah, we got there.
All right, we good. All right. So first and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Rekakodash.
Kulash.
Right? We say double and say apostles and elders agree most on the well, or teachers or apostles in the truth. We say salutations or the accounts of the pushing of truth and say and the out constantly in season and season, risking their life on a daily basis supposed to shoot, to wake up the elect and to feed the sheep. We say shalom, right? Once again, these three brothers from the Caribbean here, right? Um and once again we going into a topic, and one of the topics is
The Caribbean here, right? Um,
Lloyd, Lloyd on the
Once
act, I hear
again,
nothing
we
through
going
the
into
No, that's not mine. That's not mine.
right.
so like it.
Um yes, that's okay. So again, once again going into the topic is touching upon the prophecies that happening right now, because right now, as me and the brothers was conversating before we started the stream, there's so much of things happening, so much of things going on. Basically, it's prophecies, the signs of the time that we at that time. These is the things that the prophets before they wanted to see. You know, these are the things that the Lord tell them about, that going to happen, that going to happen at the end. This is just the time that we live in. Rather, if the people outside here believe or not, as the scripture say, rather they hear or forbid. There's a reason why the Lord said that. Is rather they hear, some will hear, and some will forbid. You understand? Some will listen, and some won't. The scriptures mention it has um some made for honor and some for what? For dishonor. You
Can.
understand? Some for the family, from the sources. Not everybody gonna get saved, right? But the end of it, it have no denying of what it is taking place, of what it is going on. You understand? The scriptures mention it says so much more that evil shall increase. And right now the amount of evil that is increasing right now is way beyond anything that any man could think. You understand? We see in all the wickedness that the Lord destroy nations for before, destroy countries for before, destroy people for before. We see all of those stuff come here today. Whereas before, you would have heard like Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed for this, right? Egypt was thing for this. This other place was um tormented for this. Now this place they're doing all of that in one. You understand? This place doing all of that and more, right? And more. They say evil shall increase. We just living in that wicked time. No matter where you go, look, we was talking about it's over the weekend. We're talking about what the 3D food, the printing 3D food, right? This. So let's bring a scripture here. This is Habakkuk chapter 2. Um, I'll start from verse 2. It said, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth it. It said, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. You understand? So again, let's just say it's for appointed time. For the Lord already set it when it's going to happen. We don't know. Again, we don't know the day of the Lord. But the Lord gave us signs to show us of what going to happen at the end. You know, going to give us
Yeah, that we
signs and give us prophecy. What after that? Go ahead.
no, so that's what that we Lord said. Um, I think it's in the book of Matthew when it says, watch and be sober. I forget how it
Yeah.
goes, man.
Me get fair now. I'll get fair.
Yeah, right. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. Get your fair quick. Hold on. Get your fair fast. Um, Is Matthew Ark or the one in Thessalonians?
My more should have got one in Matthew though.
Oh,
But I think Matthew to him.
because when they mentioned sober, I thought it was the one in Thessalonians talking about that, which is First Thessalonians 5 verse 6. It said, "Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober."
But that was a good one too. Cause he said, "Let us not sleep," meaning spiritually, meaning don't go back to sleep in this world, but become spiritually dead. It's right. Because if you become spiritually dead, you can ignore all these signs, and you can
Done,
be back out there with these rest of dead people in the world. Ain't know what's going on, right? Um, like you mentioned just now that um, I forget your exact words, but this is Mark 13 and 33. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for you know not when the time is. Right. So you gotta be constantly, you gotta be constantly um be vigilant. Like you was mentioning before we turn on the camera, check the news, you know what I mean? And
done,
you know, check and see what's going on out there in the world. And that's why we
done,
keep being alert, you see, because we seeing the signs and it keeping us alert and it forcing us to pray more too because we don't know if you know what I mean. If we have done all to stand before the Son of Man, you know what I mean. That way it said
done.
watch and pray. Yes, right. If he, I mean, I got this one here too, Matthew, said Matthew 26. Of
Yeah, I
sure,
was now
boy.
is 41, 40 to 41,
Yeah, can.
right?
Watch
Um,
and pray. All right, go ahead,
yeah.
go ahead, you go ahead.
Let me read it for now. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, you go ahead.
it's it say this in Matthew chapter 26, verse 41. It say here, "Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak."
Can.
Yeah, boy. So in order to keep that flesh at bay, we always going to be constantly watching and constantly praying because the day we fall asleep, the flesh win.
That's right.
It's right. The day we neglect the spirit, the flesh has won, and we going back into the world. I got a scripture here to back that too. St. Luke 21 and verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. And that's the point there, boy.
Yeah,
This,
that
I
yeah,
see it. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
yeah. That's and now what I say now. That's a beautiful script. There, bring a beautiful thing you say in there as well. You know.
Yeah, brother, boy. This world. Um, somebody, Baba Kusha, somebody get me. And it says, "Flee the shadow of this world,"
Yeah, I'll get.
because
Go ahead.
this world and all the distractions that going on, right? Um, it could cause you to go back to sleep. You need a spirit cause you to go back to sleep, big man. It's like
Done.
too much distractions, too much Satan, like a roaring lion. It's like different demons that are plaguing you or that coming and attacking you. It's like all these is things that we gotta look out for and prepare ourselves for.
Can.
It's
Done.
like
After you back on, you're just saying.
Yeah,
yeah, can.
all right. Go ahead. Right.
They Romans 12 verse 2 it say, and be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. All right, so this is
So
the Lord say. Go ahead.
now you go ahead, but you finish your thought. Finish your thought. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say just like you were saying now. You say you have to keep your mind in a certain wavelength. The scriptures talk about keeping your eyes single. You understand? Don't get too distracted. And just like scripture say, what use the word but not abuse it, which means to
Yeah,
like take.
and that is
Go ahead.
nah, go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead. Beautiful point you know met there.
yeah, like not say like, and I you see a lot of men just fall off for that simple reason. They just want they just have these things, but they doesn't want to go about doing it lawfully. It are men who just have wives. It are men who could be able to do certain things, but they just want to go about doing things their own way, and they just tend to leave the truth to be able to be able to fulfill that. You understand? And really and truly, there's our guideline on how to go about doing these things.
I go about you there. I go about you there. I go about you there. This is Romans 10 verse 3. For there being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness are going about to establish their own righteousness,
Um,
have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High. That's the point, brother. You just read it. You just said it. Man, coming this truth, big man. I want to do their own thing, big man. They want subject. To be subject means to be under.
can
Under. So we First Corinthians 11 says what is the heavenly Father, His Son. Then you got the men, then you got the women. Everything is an order. So we supposed to be under our Lord Yahweh Shai, big man. It's like men they want to do that. May just I don't know, boy. It may just feel because they learn a couple precepts. The head get big, right? With these precepts they learn. So they get out there and try to cut up everybody that come in contact with. But meanwhile, the topic we pun is prophecies. They ain't seen these prophecies coming to pass. So just what they're really doing whatever they want to do, and then submitting themselves under the righteousness of the Most High.
can
So when the prophecies come, especially this Karagma, central bank digital currency, you see when I hit the shores across the world, a lot of people get faint, brother. And that's the scripture in Matthew 25, the five foolish virgins. Give us of your oil. For we want God give us of your oil.
Yeah.
He said, look, big man, I got a time for you. Maybe you was serious about this thing, you'd have playing the ass. Know everything at your footstep. Know you want to learn. Know you want to get understanding. Man, look, I got to go buy some milk now, man. I got a time for you. Yeah, real, real thing, brother. A
And
lot of people can get
Lamar,
turned weird, brother. Real thing, boy. Go ahead, Salaki, go ahead.
Lamar also add to what you're saying because you did mention something, Kwasha, when you did bring your first precept that they mentioned temptation. And temptation also is a part of the prophecy because it talk about people that are going to fall away because of that. The hour of what? Temptation. You understand?
um,
There is one
Mm, mm.
there's a major thing as well. There's a major temptation. There's a major thing coming any time to be coming into because you will be tempted. Temptation will come.
God.
That is why it mentioned the hour of what? The hour of temptation.
can
You understand? That is
Yo,
when no
yo.
whether
No. You go ahead, you go ahead. The hour
none of
of temptation, right?
yeah,
And I
yeah,
think
whether
that word temptation means, I think that word temptation means an enticement to sin. And we all know that if we take that charagma, we took the ultimate sin in worshiping another God. You see, we
that's
at
exact
Revelation 14
that,
and 9 says when you take this charagma was the ultimate um judgment. I want to be sure. Let me that's Revelation 3 and 10, right?
mm-hmm.
yeah.
You could bring the second Ezra's there. I think second Ezra's, brother. Flee the
Yeah,
shadow of
yeah.
this world.
I have it. Yeah, I have it here. Yeah, this is
All right,
Second
go
Ezra
ahead.
chapter 2, verse 36. It says, "Flee the shadow of this world, receive the joyfulness of your glory, and testify my Savior openly." Right. So it says, "Flee the shadow of this world and receive the joyfulness of your glory. I testify my Savior." So flee the shadow of this world, and that is our next thing. When you read Second Ezra chapter 14, it tell you to let go these mortal thoughts. You understand? Take
Right.
to get rid of the burden of mind. You know, Because no, the easy thing, when you start to think like a man and start to act and you make the want to overtake, you make temptation conquer it. There is no when the decision come out to make a choice, as the brother mentioned, you talk about the chip, right? Which is one of what the major prophecies, right? When that come out, they try to hear what's going on. In order to eat, drink, and so forth, you have to take this. If you ain't take this, your next option is death.
How they
If
do
you's a
that?
man and make, if you's a person that that he ain't let go the burdens, he make he ain't flee away from the shadow of this world, right? And all this sort of stuff, you gonna take the chip. And that is to show you, that is what I mentioned, that is to show you how important it is um to know the temptation that's coming, to know how heavy it's going to
brother.
be.
God damn boy. I
I've
just want to add there before. Go
I've
ahead,
just
Yara. Go ahead.
the temptation in the Roma in the Revelations 3 verse 10.
Strong's
Yeah,
G,
come.
3986. Pyrasmas.
Parasmas.
Pyrasmas.
It say an experiment, attempt, trial, proving, right? It say trial, proving, to trial, the trial made of you by my bodily condition, since conditions serve as to test the love of the Galatians towards Paul. It's in a trial of man's fidelity, integrity, virtue, consistency.
Integrity, again, a
Mm,
next word that is
mm.
important, a next word that is important. Act. That is what I was, Yara, that was what I was trying to mention it, that I had, remember, I told you something that mentioned, and I had also do a video on, and I couldn't remember. Integrity
That was
was the
it.
video that I was supposed to do, because
Right.
integrity is such an important thing. Integrity is,
Shalom, Rakata.
you know, um, Yara, while you're at it, Yara, name over this
Mhm.
video as temptation, temptation in these times. We go change it. We go change it.
Yeah.
We go change it a little bit, because this is such a beautiful topic as well. It's because so much of things again in the weakness of the spirit. That is why you see we're supposed to keep your spirit up to par. We're supposed to keep your spirit 100%. It's because when temptation arise, you don't want to be them that will not be easily swept away. And again, as the brother Akwasha mentioned, the Yara mentioned, the elders, the apostles, the elders, the elders mentioned it. There's always mention about the temptation to come and how you're supposed to stand. The scriptures, the Lord tell you about these things. Because again, for us, it have no in between. It's death or life,
Come
right?
Gone.
And
Gone.
understand what I'm saying? Death or life, meaning that even if we're dead, we're going to find life in the Lord. We're going to
I
find the
just
Lord right
man,
beside.
you take the words of my mouth, brother. Hey, just get to the same thing, big man.
on.
We got whether we live unto the Lord. Whether
Whether
we
we
die
die,
unto the
we die
Lord.
on.
Whether we live therefore or die, we are the Lord's, big man.
That's right.
Hey,
That's
you're
right.
right. You range it, the one of the definitions for the word is enticement, right?
Yeah, that was my one.
Check the. Oh, you got it there too.
Yeah, that particular one. I say the other definition is say an internal temptation or to sin.
Internal. So that's the old man. That's the old man that talking to you ear and saying, listen, man, listen, you fucking idiot. Man, you gonna take the chip, big man.
Um,
Go and take it. You gonna get sandy. You gonna mind these men? How you get sandy if you don't take the damn thing? Huh? You forget where you can live. Where you can live. Where you can live. You look at you Carla. You so sick you Carla. Man, just go. You ain't gonna let the boy know. Just go around the corner there tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Take it. You understand the ball know nothing?
That's right.
That's the old man talking, big man.
um,
Look,
I could
man,
also, I could also, I, I could also,
go ahead.
as I mentioned earlier, I could also bring a quick Google search meaning to the word temptation, which to put,
Go
and
ahead.
this is such a heavy, as I know mentioned, this way, this is temptation is a desire to engage in
Jesus
short-term urges for enjoyment that threatens long-term goals.
God, man. Yo, Moses left the pleasures of
Or, or,
Egypt.
or,
The-
So it is one act. In the context of some religions, it says temptation is the inclination to sin.
Jesus, peace, man. Woo! God, man, boy. Moses forsook Egypt because he know the pleasures was temporal. You see?
And
By faith, he forsook Egypt. So we gotta do the same thing, big man. And this word enticement means something used to attract or to tempt someone, allure. Yeah. So so you may see your favorite basketball player,
can
right? Pushing forth that charagma. You know a lot of these men out here like Tupac. You might see a hologram with Tupac with a chip, or you might see your favorite rapper with a chip, pushing the charagma. You say, yo, boy, look, he got it, boy. I tell you, this year legit. I game for that tomorrow. That is the what? Something used to attract or to tempt someone, a lure. So that like a fisherman. You know when a fisherman, when he game fishing, he got the worm at the end of the hook, and he chill out fishing line in the water, and he tugging the line all the time.
yeah.
And when the fish come, yeah, the fish get that worm is that lure. You see? So wherever you loving this world, and the Lord said, don't love this world. So wherever you loving this world, that can become your lure to take that charagma, man.
I
You
could,
see?
I could, I could also, I could also, I could also say something where you say, as I said, because as I said, the law for is like the bait. You understand? So what they would do, Esau, Edomites wicked, they would beat, as your brother mentioned it. They would put bait for you to lure you away. No, this is where it is. That law, right? That law, right? Law, or if I want to say it, it's such an important thing because here why when you beat the Lord away, remember there is a decision you're making, and that is where it come from. That is what the Lord telling them that choose the chip over, choose the MOTB over him. Them that choose to worship something over him. Them that choose to follow something over him. Even that word law, remember they're going to use, as the brother mentioned, they're going to use people to lure you away, and that going to be even people of their own sheepfold, people that people that these people look up to. You understand? That is what the Lord mentioned. That is what the Lord mentioned. Listen, let me just bring that quick, which is Jeremiah chapter
Fine.
because again, this is Jeremiah, no, 23 verse outside from verse 1. It says, woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, said the Lord. That is the pastors, these men that these wicked prophets, these wicked men that will lure his sheep away. You understand? That would tell you that, hey, you know what? The MOTB is John 3:16. The MOTB is what did I say again? Is to raise your right hand. You know, put your right hand on the chest. You see, it goes so much in so much different ways. Is that this is what it is going to happen? There is temptation. It's a heavy thing. It's a
Yeah,
heavy,
boy.
heavy thing.
If I could say something, as in Jeremiah, you're talking about, these pastors and these things, and these are the things where the so-called white man, he gonna use them to catch men. Right? If you could get as in Jeremiah, if you could get Jeremiah 5 verse 53.
Yeah. Which we said 23, right?
53, Jeremiah 5, 53.
No, it don't have 53.
Um 26, I mean.
Yeah, that was saying I don't know it's something. This is Jeremiah 5 verse 26. It says, for among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that setteth snares. They set a trap, they catch men.
And they even the celebrities, he sort of use these celebrities to lure in Jackson. Because these celebrities, them gonna take that MOTB and they're gonna be, they're gonna bring it in a kind of real craftiness and real stylish. Jake says, they want to down for the system, they want to be, in the game.
Big man, you can make it sweet, you can make it appealing, big man. He can
So they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it flashy. You know, Jake like it flashy.
Oh,
You know,
man, boy.
and this how they're gonna get caught.
And that's the lure. And that's the lure. That's the bait.
Yeah.
You see?
Be-
Look.
be-
Whoo.
If I can say,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I remember today I was on the chopper, but I posted a video, and the video was when Cardi B was talking, and she was explaining that like she don't like she upset that she make the decision to be where she is. You understand? But she already in it
Yeah.
already. You understand?
Yeah.
But she was baited by what? By money, by fame, by riches. You understand?
But you
eh, eh,
but listen, we got the best example. Yahweh Shai. Remember, Satan showed Yahweh Shai the kingdoms of the world and all the glory of them. This world has a glory. Yes, right?
Right.
This world has a glory. And Yahweh Shai turned on that glory because he knew it was temporal. Moses turned it down because he knew it was temporal. All the ancient men knew that it was temporal, big man. But the leader, because right, Jeremiah 5:26, right? Then you got in First Maccabees 1, wicked men persuading Israel, right? To follow the ways of the heathen, to make a covenant. You see? So believe you me, when that Karama started to get pushed heavier, the same Jeremiah, when you read just now 23, woe be unto the pastor, these false pastors can push it heavy as well. You see? They're going to push it heavy as well, and a lot of Jake is going to be enticed by that. Because I love the pastor pork chop, uh, Captain Shrimp. You know what I mean? The love them there. But I got a precept here in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 1 verse 10. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. Huh? Big man.
mhm.
These people are here is them ain't got no covering, but them is sinners, brother.
Can.
So when they take that ultimate charagma and then they come and push it on from the world, right? And that's the lure, right? And again, I gotta repeat it. The Lord said, "Love not the world." So the flashy cars, the women, the homes, you name it. You brother, you already mentioned, use the world, but don't abuse it. We just passing by, big man. So when sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, "Come with us," let us lay wait for blood. Let us lure privately for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up, alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Huh? Nah, big man. Don't follow a multitude to do evil. We got the light. We got the understanding. You see? Verse
That's right.
15.
That's
My
right.
son, my son, walk not thou in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path. Because the scripture says, mark the perfect man. And these people here, surely, them far from that path, big man. So, I mean, all
Con.
the examples up there. Go ahead.
Yeah, a
Come
quick precept
on.
here for you.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Writing is the Proverbs 16 verse 29. You see, a violent man enticeth his neighbor and leadeth him into the way that is not good. Know that violent man. And that is why people they want to join hands in hands with Esau. Soon they're gonna see him. Soon they're gonna see the true nature of that beast,
Yeah,
that
boy.
redneck, that cracker. They're gonna see true. They're gonna see true nature. Yeah. The scripture say, the devil
Yeah,
gonna
boy.
come down with great wrath. The feedy gonna come down with pity. There's a man who cast off all pity. He had no pity
Can.
from the beginning. Where feedy gonna have pity in the end? Hell no. If all people they ain't cover under that blood of Yahweh Shem Yoshai. So guess what? They're gonna be caught. They're gonna be taken, right? Because they didn't cover with your shy covering. They cover with idols covering, with false god covering. You
That is a
know?
fact.
So when the enemy gonna come in like a flood, right? Who is their protection?
Um,
That's how you always see the
yeah, bring up right? Oh, go ahead.
That's all. Yeah. Yeah. Because I was say something.
Mhm.
No, well, go ahead. Bring yours first. Bring yours first because what I want to say is go
All right. There's Second Timothy 3, I'll start from 5, right? It say having the form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. It say from such turn away, right? It say for this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sin. It say led away with diverse lusts. Yeah, so I'll go into the concept you're talking about leading people away with what? With temptation, with diverse lusts, things that are contrary to righteousness. And now we're seeing happening right now. Right now, just like how we were talking about last time, right now, countrywide and even all around the world, you see a lot of people turn into things like witchcraft and so forth. Why? Because to wait on the Lord is too difficult for them. You understand? They had their desires to fulfill and they want it fulfilled instantly. You understand? Lust, desires, being tempted into going after these things.
so and that's right. That's right. That is why it says that's again going back to the temptation. You see, again, he saw no way to, and that is why it mentioned them that it was the image, right? And the mark, right? Yeah, remember the part about the image was just what go back to what the system, right?
Um,
So you don't know what it is, and we don't know how we don't know how Jacob of Esau system, right? We don't know how they love to do it, and again, the times that we're going into, you're already seeing it. Them that stand for the Lord know something when they come into worship the Lord. No, you have to be a soldier. You understand?
God.
No, you have to be a soldier. You understand? It's no easy way to pay it, but know the things that they're going to go through. Know this. Know that you're going to get a loss, right? But the loss you're going to receive here, it can't be accounted for the things you're going to receive in time to come. You understand?
um,
The things you're losing here is just temporary. It minuscule for what you're going to receive in the kingdom. You understand? I believe that scripture that also mentioned that they can't even fathom in your mind what is it about the kingdom. You know?
um,
Everything on
So great.
second address.
Yes, but before you go to that,
but
let me just go
if
back
I
to
could
the
ask something,
word.
this is something quick I can way just say. What if a man
Yeah,
really understanding, right? When you look at the things of this world, whether you stand for the Lord or not, and you go and die and leave it anyway. You, you,
that's
you
right.
can't you can't you can't carry it with, no matter whether it is of the righteous or the wicked. Nobody could carry the things that they have of this world with them when they leave. You
You see,
understand?
you see,
So go
you
ahead.
see, but you saying that you saying that there, which is a beautiful point. But it also goes back for this to the word temptation. I want to read. It's a
Mhm.
temptation. It's a desire to engage in short-term urges. So that short-term urge is all what they want. You understand? That short-term.
Yeah.
What did they say? YOLO, one life to live.
You
You know,
But
yeah.
right? Um, so these short-term urges, and it's a temptation is desire to engage in short-term urges for enjoyment that threatens long-term goals. Now, understand what the meaning say? It say you engage in short-term urges for enjoyment, right? So it's not beneficial. It's just enjoyment, right? It's a that threatens. It didn't say it helping it. It say it threatens long-term goals, and that long-term goals is making itself gain to what into the kingdom, and that's what people fail to realize. The simplest sin that they could do could prevent you from being saved. That's what people fail. Nobody I go in and nah but I'm right, but I just go in and I just go in the carnival Monday, me even go and dance or anything, like I just go in, you know, and Wednesday I'll go and do my ashes. They don't realize that a short term urge it going to shut in your long term. You understand? Now when something happened to you, you want to be like, oh God, what is coming? Lord, please, you know? So this is Romans. This is this is Romans chapter 8, verse 18. It says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So yeah, the present suffering we go through here, because why? We don't have that urge to engage in short-term pleasure. Because why? We seeking something for the long run. So we wouldn't, so the person that not studying the short term, they wouldn't fall to that temptation. They wouldn't be caught in it. So when they come to tell you, here what's going on, hey, you have to take this trip, right? Or you're not going to party. You're not going to go online. You're not going to go to the beach. This and the fourth. You know what? You will be like, hey, what's going on? I rather choose not getting none of them stuff than taking that MOTB. Because why? This that present suffering, is not going to be compared to with the glory that we're going to receive. So why you're making short term urges that threaten your long term goals?
If I can say, just based on
It
the
say,
definition you
and
just give.
that's why
Go ahead.
that's why it say
Mhm.
in the context of something, it say temptation is the inclination to sin. What is the reward for sin? It's death.
God.
To fall into temptation is only one way it going to lead it on to death. The Lord say He know it all that sin, He know it all that He know it the sinners and them that sin against Him, and they will be destroyed.
Yeah, there's no hiding place from the Father of creation. You
God.
know, and one thing I always say too, you know, is suffer today for better tomorrow. You know,
Yeah,
seek for things, you know, immortality, right?
come.
Rather than, you know, to take the MOTB, you know, just for a short time, yeah, you get a little food, but you know, what gonna happen after, right? So, you know, you know, the leg, the hopefully leg, you know, if we being part of the hopefully leg, you know, we seek, you know, for one a better one to come. You know, we in desire no continuing city here, right? Because this place, you know, it corrupt. This place filthy.
That's right.
God.
Who wanna live amongst these people who living like beasts? This place unclean. This place out of balance. It do have balance in
It
this
it
place. It unrighteous.
it, it, mad to say yeah, because just yesterday I was on a video and I see that this place have nothing good. Everything twists upside down. Everything upside down. The scriptures mention a perverse spirit in the land.
Um,
Yeah.
This is what he is. You you so happy. These people so happy in wickedness, right? I don't know if all of us it ever clip everybody that's used with SpongeBob and Patrick running in a field happy, you know, and but around them it's like fire and destruction in wherever they was running about now. But around them it's just they feel it good. This is how Jake and these people feel. Is that they feel is much a happiness, but around them is total wickedness.
God. Well, look at the
And they
examples you
in
make
it
up.
and they continue to they in it and they continue to agree to uphold it. That is why we say death and destruction to this place, death and destruction. That way we say, man, what to love, man, what to the 2/3?
God.
Because in that time when temptation come, is the same two-thirds going and sell you out. Is the same two-thirds of your family going and offer you up.
Go ahead,
You
Yara.
see,
You want to say this
let,
there?
let,
I mean,
let
but
me
no
just,
head
let me just
yeah,
say,
there.
let me just say something here. It's a temptation is the inclination to sin, right? When you look at the word inclination, it means bent to it means bent towards sin. So the people that fall to temptation, they bend towards sin. You see how great, you see how great that day is. You see how great that day going to be. You see, and when I say great, it means hard, wicked that day going to be. That the Lord had mentioned it, that the hour of temptation. The Lord had mentioned it. Hey, don't fall to temptation. The Lord mentioned it many times. It is the bend towards sin. It means you give up all morality towards the Lord.
Come on.
It means again, what you're choosing this space. You're choosing as Pastor mentioned before, to choose for God, to choose things in front of the Lord.
He that saveth his life shall lose it.
God, what I can sorry.
Nah, brother. Using the spirit there. But you remember you had to say that on your right or
So me, no, the definition that he was given earlier, no, pertaining to when you say he said it means to live in temporary enjoyments. It come like the opposite of the word sacrifice, because sacrifice means to give up something to achieve something of greater value. You
mm.
understand? Which really and
That's
truly
right.
what we doing.
Yeah, present your
That's
body as
right.
a living sacrifice. You know,
Right.
Can
And the scripture
can
says he that loveth right, the scripture says he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Right? So you know I mean all that comes under the banner of sacrifice, boy.
Um,
That's
that's
right.
right.
Um there's Romans 8 and 1. There is therefore no condemnation to them which are in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. So you see why the Lord has put me through certain things?
um,
It's to get me to walk more in the spirit and not in the flesh. It's right, it's a learning experience. I don't call them losses at all, I call them lessons. It's right. So leading up to the charagma, we can go through different trials and tribulations to make us resent the flesh more or walk more in the spirit. So that when that final
Can
hour comes, boom. You know what I mean? It's like you
can
ready. You know what I mean?
can
Verse 5. They that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So a lot of these people here, they want to be under the wings of the Heavenly Father and the Son. They want to seek their own way. That you mentioned earlier, the your Lord Spirit, right? They want the things now. So being that you want these things now, you know what I mean? You can forget um the ways anymore. So yeah, you can go to your enemy for the want of all things, you know what I mean? And when that Caragua hit home, you can see a lot of people lining up to take it. A lot of people, boy. Could be even my wife
that's
too.
right.
She could go and line up to take the fucking chip, big man. When she went behind my back and take the job, and then it come
Yeah.
and tell me when she take the job. So who should go up blame when I tell you come she ain't do the same thing with the chip, big man. Big man, I sit down the road here. I just see down the road, big man. I don't see from here to my toes. I just see down the road, B. You tell you, big man. You tell you, big man. Boy, look, boy, you can't be nearsighted in this thing, boy. You gotta be far sighted, yeah. The Lord give you the tools, big man. That what you read earlier in Habakkuk 2, right? You read Habakkuk 2, but verse 1 says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. I will watch to see what he will say unto me. So we constantly looking to see what the Lord is saying through the different prophecies, the news, you know what I mean? Articles that coming out, etc. Big man. So that keeps me alert. We ain't getting back to sleep, big man. You get me?
Come, because again, because the author always saying that because we always looking for what? A sign.
Come.
Go
You
on,
understand? We always
go
looking
on.
to see something, right? Because even the apostles and them before, when the Lord come, what they say, what the action was told John, so they had an idea of some sort of John supposed to come back, Yahushua to come, right? So there's a show that they themselves was looking for signs, right? So obviously the prophets here today would be looking for what? They would be looking for these. They would be looking for signs and so forth, and we're supposed to be paying more attention to that. The closer we are, the closer we see the prophecies play out, is the closer we are to the end. No, we don't know the day, but the closer we are to the end, and that is what we're aiming for. That is what we're aiming for. But even the apostles, they asked the Lord, when it going to be the end?
Yeah, we got it right here too.
But
Yeah. Say Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Come.
The end of this age, boy. The disciples want to listen, big man, Lord, man. What's these signs, man? What we gotta look for? What can be the end of this world, this age? Because remember, the Lord was under the Roman Empire. He was in under captivity under the Romans. You know what I mean? And disciples want to be at Lord, man, up, man. You gonna tell this man? Look what this man doing. Look what this man doing. Right? And then the disciples asked in Acts chapter 1, will you restore again the kingdom to Israel? Because the disciples always uh, uh, um, looking for the disciples wanted the kingdom to return. They wanted, so they're always asking Lord, when, you know what I mean? So we gotta be that same mind frame. Because we know if this world was to continue, no flesh would be saved. Is right? You mentioned it earlier, Korah, this world unbalanced, big man. Everything out of order. Psalms 82, verse 5. All the foundations of the earth out of course. Is right? So it's like if it had to continue, this world would dry up, brother. Everything would die off, big man. And that way the Lord God return.
For the elect's sake, the days must be short.
For the come.
This is why we need saving. We need deliverance.
yeah,
We need a deliverer, right? To deliver us from this hell. This hellhole here. Where we in here. Amongst these heathens. Amongst this
that's why we need to
unjust
be
king.
redeemed.
Esau. And as David is saying, who gonna deliver we out of the hands that is too strong for thee? Right? We can't go to deliver we ourselves. We can't go to deliver. We can't deliver ourselves. And they just show how some of our people so foolish. The thinking how they just think like God help them who help themselves. Then if a man can help himself, where's the need of a God that you can help yourself? We can't help ourselves here. We cannot. We can't help
No,
ourselves.
brother, no. Man, no.
We need
Let
a
me go
power.
get some.
We need your version
Listen. No, let me go and stock up for some bullets, for some guns, for some canned tuna. You know what I mean? Some canned corned beef. You know what I mean? And we can be covered. Yeah, but I look carnal money, big man.
Okay.
You say I know a little kung fu. Let me stop my kung fu skills in case somebody break into my house. Hey, big man, yo, nah, brother, nah, big man. Like the movie The Purge, the movie The Purge. You know, you stocking up on this and that. Yeah, I never forget when I had the hurricane in Bahamas in Abaco. There was a man. He was stocking up on things, and during the hurricane, he let in a couple of people. Within within a couple of hours, all the man stock gone.
Wow.
You already telling you, stock
Wow.
gone, big man. You say, nah,
As
big man, the
as the
Lord.
scripture says in second Ezra, a man shall have no pity
No
upon his
pity,
neighbor.
right? Same thing I was thinking.
My belly touching the back, big man. You know what
Man
happened?
taking
Yeah, good Samaritan, you know, taking people. I mean, a belly touching your back, big man. You know what happened? Things real, brother. So, nah, we can continue to trust in Yahweh, but Hashem Yahweh Shai, boy. Real thing. You say, because the scripture says nothing is impossible with the Lord. You say, He about to lead me out of this Egypt, right? Into the wilderness. And we got solely depend on Him, man. I talking about, like, you no more gas, no more 24-hour gas station. You can't swing your car keys no more. You know what I mean? You can't pull your wallet no more. You can't pull your card no more. It's you and your Yahweh Hashem Yahushai when the wilderness comes, big man. you
That's right.
is you
That's right.
is you and your Yahweh Hashem Yahushai when that wilderness time comes, big man. And you mentioned earlier one of your definitions, keeping your integrity. You say? Oh man, boy. Hey, all we can get test better. Every last one of me,
Wow.
big man. Every last
What
one of me, brother.
what Joshua tell the Israelites? He say, hey, he say for all you can worship the gods over the
Yeah, yeah, Kai.
the other
Oh
gods. He
yeah,
say,
that's
but
like
for me,
river.
yeah, see, but for me and my household, hey, you say we will worship the Lord.
Okay.
You understand?
God.
We would, and that is the thing. Coming into the time that we're coming into, that is the thing. That is the decision we would make. Now you see how everything have a circle. Even as what I was mentioning about integrity, this, you know, um, standing firm to the Lord, all this other stuff. That is attributes that a man of the Lord supposed to have. You're supposed to have faith. You're supposed to have patience, all this other stuff, because this is how it going to balance us out, right? This is how he gonna balance us out. And a man that don't have that balance, where he might have one thing, right? He have one thing. Usually you see that man go what? He just go haywire because he had nothing. He might say, well, are you going to have all this faith? But where it works, right? You might see he have work, but where your patience. So you see how you're supposed to have certain things to even you out. Your sacrifice, all this other stuff. These are things we have to do. These things that we supposed to be mentally, physically, and we spirit. You think be at, because we don't know how we supposed to be, how we supposed to be behaving, and so on. The time that we coming into again, the time that we coming into, we know the feel is or no, is or know who we are. The feel is so ain't listening. The feel is so do I be addressed. The feel is so like them four men on a stream day they talking about the chip. We coming for
God.
them fellas in the Caribbean. The feel is so they know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, God.
Uh,
And the problem Esau.
you can remember
You see
in
you
the
what you
go ahead.
no, you go ahead, brother. You go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I remember in the early when we used to be doing the works in San Juan. That was way back. Remember certain places we used to go. Remember we used to have a police jeep used to be park up alongside from us. And they used to be watching us doing the works. You
Yeah.
understand? And there are other brothers when doing the works and stuff, yeah, see it as our agents coming up and spying on them too. You understand? They already have
What
information whoever they have to. Go ahead.
what about the fella who come up the last time? I don't know if you remember Act when me you was in Grandy, right? and a fella come up and he bubble, who is the the leader of this camp here? We was like, you know what?
Okay.
We are no leader.
Yeah,
You know, we just
yeah, my something
playing
like
them
that.
we just playing them with the words now. We say it's no leader. I can't remember which brother tell him whether it's he point at me, I say I don't know leader. You understand? So way one, I say everybody here is a leader, he can lead himself. And he was like, you see, I know who all is, and I just work for each of one you see is work for the Freemasons, and he was actually going down in the 33, the laws and the so forth. So actually, and when they watch the vehicle, the fella driving, when he pull off,
I don't remember that.
you could see that. You can't remember when he say well he was working for
Nah,
for the Freemasons and so forth.
I
You
don't
can't remember
remember
that?
that.
It was
Mm-mm.
a kind of oldish kind of Elamite kind of fella, and he was telling me like, hey, you know, well, he is work something like along the lines like he worked for a Freemason, he worked for the Freemason and he say well we know and he was going on into like the laws and things that is do. So they watch, they know,
Mm.
you know. You know anything about it after that? We never see him after. We never see him after.
I don't remember that.
Never see
I don't remember.
And I know how we come. I'm gonna tell you how we come. Because usually on a Sunday morning in the island here, most of the older fellas they just be drinking. So early in the morning they will come drunk. So his approach to us was like he had a stag in his hand, you know, and talking like like if he drunk. But when it's when we said that answer him no, then they get to understand that he's not drunk and he's just playing up front,
Thing.
you know. He's playing our vibes, you know, who's the ally here thing, you know. Well, and thing I do some work for some Freemason and thing, and I know we know and all this that stuff. So you get the chef, you know, you get the chef that they be watching, they know, they feel they know, and it's the same way they would use celebrities to encourage men to take the MOTV. It's the same way they would use us as an example of what won't happen to the men that are not going and take it. Understand?
Can.
This is just the way it is.
Ecclesiasticus 2, verse 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. That's plain. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word. And we went to
Done.
Revelation 3 and 10, talking about the old temptation. And we went to the word temptation, and it touched with the sin, and we brought out all them words. So we fear the Lord, we ain't gonna disobey his word. It's right. And Revelation 4 and 9 tells you when you take like a ragma, we're gonna be the end result. It's right. So no matter what comes before we that fear the Lord will not disobey his word.
That's
Somebody get
right.
me Revelation 14 and 9, man. Somebody get me Revelation 14
So
and 9. That,
I have a
yeah,
scripture
that
here.
that keep that keep checking in my brain all the time, man.
This is
Keep
14 and
checking
9.
in my
Revelation chapter
brain.
14. It say, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right? It say, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
That's playing big man.
Right?
You gonna worship you gonna worship the beast, you worship this kingdom, you worshiping how? You know when you worshiping an idol, you just bow down to it,
That's right.
you prostrate yourself to this idol. So how to doing it now? You're doing it through your mind, brother. You prostrate your mind to this image. You love this image, big man. So you bending your ways. You mentioned the word inclination, right? You bending your
Yeah.
ways into sin. You have bowed.
Can.
You have bowed. You have bowed. You have bowed to this image. Yes, I worship you. Yes, you are my Lord and my God. Yes, I will give you all of me. That's what you have done.
Can.
So you forsaken Yahweh. That's the name of the Heavenly Father. And his son Yahweh Shai. That's the name who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. You forsaken them and gonna worship other gods. And the main God is who? Esau Edom. You bowed your mind to their ways. and the elect will not disobey the word of the Most High, big man. That's plain.
That's it. Can.
The scripture said that they say they
Well,
have
And
forsaken
is
me.
this
But
what era? What era?
no, I was going to say the scripture say what they have committed two abominations. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters.
mm, mm, Jeremiah 2.
Uh-huh.
Jeremiah, I gotta read that now, boy. That gonna come, brother boy. That gonna come, that's Jeremiah. That's Jeremiah chapter 2. That's Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 13. It says, "For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water." So
Count.
they forsaken the Lord, the fountain of living waters, big man. Are going to hold a holy vial full of holes in it, big man. He saw the serpent. You know, we're going to hold a serpent. He's end up bite here in the end. You see? Nah, boy, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word. And that's what keep ringing in my head all the time, big man.
Can.
Yo, whoa.
Again.
Yeah, these people can learn, boy. They can learn. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah,
Salaka. Go ahead.
because again to say like, some people as as you say that, but these people go learn, they will learn who and that time they will learn why the Lord mentioned these people to enemies. Because right now they believe everything is body, you know, everything is friend, you know. the you know our masters love us in the 21st century, you know. That's what it is right now. You
Mm.
understand? But in that end, they will know that these people is not to be trusted. As they say, a snake will always bite. They say, "Who shall pity a charmer?" Right,
Charmer. I've been by a
right,
serpent. God.
yeah. Why would they pity a charmer? Because why would I pity a charmer that get bite from a snake? He playing with a white fucking piece.
Count.
He playing with something with the bite. So why would they pity that? That's his fault. I don't pity them. That's the thing about this place. They don't like to put no sentence against evil. It's always our opinion. It's always about, nah, don't judge. They never like a sentence to say something wrong and put a sentence against evil. But you know what? Unrighteousness, unrighteousness, going and unrighteousness coming, and all they're going to know what is judgment and what is right from wrong. They're not in between. And they're going to feel, or they're going to know it by what? They should have said they're going to know it by what? By pain.
Count.
Mm.
The
Mm.
soul shall know it by pain. It didn't say love it, it said, oh, they want to know by pain, because that is the way. One thing about Israel, that is how they just know the wrong by pain.
If I can say,
Right?
based on what you said, that's not right. Or you were saying that there's never the percent against an evil work. And one of the reasons for that is because they themselves wicked. I remember at the time I was talking to a woman at work, and she was talking something about men going with men and all that kind of foolishness. And she was saying, well, I don't like to judge people because but really and truly, when Jake in that mindset, just like the scriptures say neither they come to the light, lest their deeds should be reproved. Because not to reprove them, they got to reprove themselves. And Jake don't want to
God.
Right.
reprove himself.
God. The one you see, oh Lord, no, you look how you don't hit the nail upon your head there. You see, they want to prove themselves, they want to remain the comfortable in that old way, right? The comfortable in that old way. And you mentioned that about that woman, right? Why want you to know, big man? The God man, it might want man gym, the men are training. I don't know how the talk come out, but the man see he ain't seen nothing wrong with homosexuality. I
Oh,
said,
God.
but he ain't seen nothing wrong with homosexuality. So I wasn't there then when my mother tell me, right? Cause she was in the gym too, right? I just shake my head like, yo, these the kind of people that really in this world for truth, brother. He ain't seen nothing wrong with a man taking his rod and putting it in another man rectum, big man. So many diseases come from that. You know what I mean? Complications. There's an article that come, women that doing that, they get a lot of complications from doing it. So I mean, these people can learn. They can feed judgment. You mentioned it, death by pain.
Um,
You say? So they can learn the hard way, brother. You see, we learning now, but the different trials and tribulations we going through, right? That's a keep we not loving this world, big man. You
um,
say? That's a keep we sharp. You say? Keep we look, that's to keep we fearful, big man. You say? Every trial and tribulation you go through and you overcome, that's to keep we faith up, big man. Because when you're certain about tomorrow, but you know you believe in your Lord, and you say, "Look, man, Father, He can work out something for me." That's the scripture that said that Joshua walked by faith. These people walking by sight, and you know what happen. Eventually, they can end up being blind and losing out.
And
So you mentioned the
and
same
I
definition again. Go ahead, or you go ahead.
you mentioned faith and never walk by sight. Faith is our sight. Faith is what's going to make us go through. Because with faith, that we say, hey, so what won't happen only what won't happen to only that might survive in that day. The Lord mentioned that even he didn't go help us. He mentioned that his servants would not starve, all this other stuff. So that we our faith will make us walk that way. But only with sight, only with sight, when all the tools that when all the images in front of all it get destroyed, or the lost. Understand? Or the lost.
Ooh. But I mean, when you study it, right, brother? When you study it, when you study it, the Lord can't reward you if you don't believe in Him.
That's right.
What you think? What you think He's put me through different situations, big man? Going back to the same word definition, the same definition, integrity, the trial of your faith. What you think we go through the different trials and tribulations, big man, to test we faith, to test we character? We can let go the Lord's skirt and go back into the world, or we can say, nah, boy, I can hold on the skirt even tighter because you know the Lord can lift me up at the end.
That's
So
right.
each trial is a test of our each every one of us faith, big man, to see if we can let go. And then maybe don't let go, boom, the Lord rewards us, big man. Your faith get increased, He sends you more understanding, right? And you walk more in this world with like a shield. You say like a shield getting into this world. You say? But these people
Right.
here, they're walking by sight, so it's like everything is disappointing at some point. Everything is a disappointment at some point, big man. Because it can feel,
Understand?
yeah,
Can
Yeah, some of them that they don't have no hope. You know, but
hmm.
even if they have hope, the thing they hope for, they could see that,
God,
right?
yeah, God, got that right here
There
too.
is no hope, but you could see something. You hoping for and you could see
Yeah,
that right there.
I have that right here.
You
This
know?
is Romans
Yeah,
8,
God,
chapter 4. It says, for we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for? Understand? Verse
Yeah.
25, it says, but if
You know?
we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it.
God,
Mm. Yeah. So he so he go put hope in, when he doomsday bonkers that yeah boy, when shit happen I going inside day. But little do he know it gonna have men in garments coming for him. It gonna have celestial coming for him. You know, we just had a whole strong. We seeing it's not a, they said, hey Jake, why Jake really blind? When you read through all these historical events, you read through the scriptures, the Lord left blueprints All these things that happen in ancient time, that have evidence are these things, right? This is our comforter. This
God,
is what will bring you closer to the Heavenly Father. This is things, as scripture say, everything that were written for, for our learning, instructions, everything right here, you know. He that believeth on the scripture, as said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. He came back in the volume of the book, it is written of him. There is it here, right? There's our guidelines, instructions. There is it here. To have faith and believe, even until death. Yahushua promise, hey, just as I was risen, Holy gonna be risen too. Because the elect don't die. When the Lord tell
God,
the man in I think it's in Mark, either Mark 4, Mark 5, with the damsel, she is not dead, but asleep. Right? I think it's in First Thessalonians, Second Thessalonians 4. Them that are asleep, they're gonna be risen.
Um,
Say them would be first. You understand? Them would be first. But then the Lord will be what first. You understand? So at the end of the day, it doesn't show the importance of staying with the Lord. The, hey, it's all for a greater it's all a great sacrifice. You understand?
When I
man,
said,
It's all a great
men does lay aside the law of the Heavenly Father to occupy themselves in evil and to call that evil good. Just as Brother Kosha was talking about, concerning, these homosexuals, these backdoor diggers, go take pleasure in them thing and call that good. The Lord left example
Mm-hmm.
written right in this book here. When he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, he left that as an example that anyone gonna live ungodly. Remember this. Remember what happened. But guess what? Hey, they studying that, right? The come out of the closet here now, they in business, but they're gonna see it happening. They're gonna see it happen again, and more terrible now. It's gonna be more terrible because hey, the Lord say He's gonna leave His place. You know, He gonna pour out His fierce anger. So the Lord gonna, if that was just a little touch at the Lord anger, much less say He gonna pour out His fierce anger here now to deal with them brutal, and they're gonna feel it. All them, as the scripture says in 2 Ezra 9, all of them that loaded is low. They're gonna know it after that by pain,
God,
because
God.
it's the same Lord they despise, it's the same Lord they're gonna be judged by.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a new law. Same as Apostle Paul say. Brethren, I write no new commandments unto you, but an old which we had from the beginning. They were gonna be judged by. The same thing
God,
with the despise. And say the law's done away and we don't want to follow that again. We could do whatever we want. No. And our people, they look at this as, like like if there's some kind of damn joke or some kind of thing, they'll continue to do evil and keep doing it over and over, adding sin upon sin, and have no
I can
balance
add,
within the self.
something to what you said to
Go
add
ahead.
because mentioned something perfectly what I was telling someone yesterday about our people think everything is a joke, and I was explaining this. I was explaining. All right, so one of the video I did yesterday was upon a woman when I'm not making sure someone not just right, and I was explaining to her that hey, hear how easy it is for these people to hear what the wicked do is that our generation, what they do? Our generation, they make us enjoy ourselves, tell us, only go ahead and do anything and laugh and kick. So when any serious scenario come about, Jake does do what? They just laugh, they just make joke, they just kick. And here is the catch. The younger generation coming up. Because the older generation, they train them to laugh and kicks about serious thing. The younger generation, easier to control because now the parents of them know that anything is everything. So so the younger babies, what their generation easier to control. You know, it's easier to control. Remember, everything's so short span. That's why the reason why TikTok is such so a big thing is because why? It's a 20-second video, and like quick, everybody mind short. They're so short sighted. Understand? They're everything's short for them. They want everything quick. They want everything done fast and so forth. So it's easy to control right now. And as you say, for this, for us, everything is a joke. And this yesterday also that's made that easy because why Jake is take everything as a fucking joke. It's a laugh and keep the Jake. You understand?
Pro- Proverbs 22, verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. I mean, that answer you right there, brother.
Um,
A lot of these people are here, um, they're sleeping. Here it is. That was that in Matthew 11. Um, that Matthew 11. It says they are like children calling unto their fellows in the marketplace. We have piped unto you, and ye have not
I
danced.
have not done.
We have more, right? We have
Mm-hmm.
more unto you, and you have not lamented. So here it is. I mean, from the headman on down, we feed you with this understanding. When you're dancing this tune, this music too dull for you, man. So everyone hearing that with that, man, I want to go back and do this, do my own thing, man. Right? I get back to you, Lord, later on. Right now, I want to focus on me. It's like, oh, no problem. See, so we crying out to
Can,
you, and we telling you certain things about to hit the shores of this world. Get your mind right,
can.
but they don't want to hear that.
I could
Right?
even to add what you're saying, is to show you how this place, it's so this place and these people so far away from God. Is that I was watching an award show, and I only remember a long time when I have an award show. The first thing a man would say is what? Hey, thanks to the Lord, right? Thank God,
Mm-hmm.
thing that I win this award. I watched some award shows this year, and 90%, matter of fact, 99% of the people that collect the award, they never mention the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So coming back
Whoa.
to where you say, coming back to where you say, the Lord is not on their mind. The Lord far away from them. You understand? You know, they say that 99% of people that come to collect our award and even say thanks to the Lord. Long time that was never so long time, some years. Let me go back 10 to 15 years. Right? You will hear everybody that come say thanks to God that I win this. 99% of the people I watch in the award show, they even mention the Lord. But fucking
Yeah.
a drag queen pop up on the show, everybody, hey, they clapping. No?
Hey, that's here word I know read there in Proverbs 22, verse 3, the word simple. It says here, are easily enticed. So you like word, there goes that word, entice again. Are easily enticed, misled,
Done.
and go backwards. Yeah? Misled, right? Leaders of these people cause them to err. Isaiah what? I think
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Isaiah 3 and 12, I think. Misled and
3 and
go
12.
backwards. Whoa.
Done. That's right, dog. Done. So, hey.
So yo,
Um,
a lot.
all right, go ahead, Axel. Go ahead.
No, right. So just basically saying, um, are easily enticed, misled, and go backwards. So let me get a preset here. This is Proverbs 9 verse 6. Forsake the foolish and live and go in the way of
Gone.
understanding. And that's
That's right.
in the way of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, because um basically Esau Edom wants total control. The beast is gonna come down having great wrath, and a lot of these people can um get consumed by that. You can trust in this world can fear you every step of the way. But you love it so. That's a preset. And my people love to have it so. So, the elect can trust in the Lord. And he is on his way, huh?
Come.
The real thing.
Gone. Gone. Is okay. And that's the before we close off. As you say, as he is on his way. You remember as you mentioned in Nasara they say something sending signals to them that it arriving.
Mm.
You understand? And I remember when that had come out, our chariots was being spotted on a high increase. You know?
Mm. Yeah, boy. That's why they went invest in the 6th military branch, the Space Force.
Which is force gone.
Ronald Reagan's speech. What if all of us in the world, was threatened by an alien threat? Will we not all put our differences aside?
Right.
When the alien threat is the Lord coming back to
That's
to
Lord.
to bring down this kingdom, big man.
That's
You
right.
pierced him. You pierced him. You mocked him. You scoffed him. You took him in his side, right?
Mm-hmm.
You ridiculed him. You think he want revenge? Isaiah 63 says, "What the day of vengeance is in my heart,
Come.
and the year of my redeemer is come." Is
Gone.
right? So yeah, it's only a matter of time. All we gotta do is do what the scriptures say, watch and pray, that we enter not into temptation, meaning that we enter not into the way of sin, that we don't
That's right.
be enticed to sin, to go back into this world, big
Gone.
man. Keep the flesh,
Gone.
keep the flesh on top as much as you can. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You ain't gonna win every battle, but the point is to keep getting back up and keep going forward and keep trotting on. You know what I mean? But
Gone.
see, then what you said, man, I done with this here, man. I go back into the world. And you mentioned it earlier, brother. We soldiers. You know what I mean? We soldiers, brother. And the Lord said, what in the book of Timothy, that He may please him who have called him to be a soldier.
Come.
That's right.
So yeah, B, you ain't not turning it back, big man. You ain't turning it back. Wherever you is again, true. Deal with it, big man.
Can.
Deal with it. Just praise the
Gone.
Lord. Don't let the flesh win. I'm speaking from experience, and
That's
I haven't drink on my cup yet. Other last week, the week before, big man, I break up again, big man. See they gave me some pile drivers, man. I thought pile drivers, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I tell you, big man. And all they doing is, hey, boy, nah, boy, you're defeating me, big man. You keep praying, big man. Keep trolling. I keep praying. I keep trolling, brother.
Can.
You say?
That is one of the tools. That is one of the tools to strengthen we because we in the flesh, if fear go come, all kind of thing go come because I see we in this chains of darkness. But guess what? We had the tools.
Can
We gotta use that tool, we pray and
use
fast.
you can use the
That
tools,
strength.
man.
Use the tools.
Can.
I was telling a guy the other day, he was talking about the so-called white man, how he is. But when you look at it, the so-called white man, he diligent in his own way, how the Lord set him to be.
He diligent
Right?
in wickedness,
You don't
yes.
see
Yeah,
perfect
He mad diligent. He mad. He mad. He mad
because
diligent in wickedness, big man.
he
At the
looking to
top of
get
it.
he looking to get a jump start right now. That's why he eyes in heaven, his satellites. He looking to each
Yeah,
other.
can,
Yeah.
He saw as a watchman, He saw watching, He
can.
saw on the lookout,
Yes.
And Jake
Yes.
blind. These niggas them
Where
blind.
The scriptures ain't say, the children of this world are wiser than the children of light. The children of this world are wiser than the children of light. Esau, Edom, wise big man. They're the children of this world. This world belong to them. But the wise big man,
Yeah.
you see?
You waiting to see them chariots come to attack you. To see if he
Right.
could get a jump start on them, that when he see them out there, he could start a launch, he think send out the fighter jets and these things. That's
Yeah,
why he
yeah,
has his
can.
space station out there, he has out there. You know?
Because one thing about Esau, he don't like to say he lost.
Can.
He don't like to say
Well,
he lost at all.
there's one battle he can lose here. There's one battle he can lose. Revelation 12 and Revelation 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, meaning he was defeated. He wasn't kicked out to
Can.
heaven. He with the sky falling. He gonna met a place on the
He
earth
get a
now.
spot and
I can call this.
he get a spot and
Yeah, I can call this place hell. He fucking telling me it's all big man. They're talking about the Third World War, man. It's like John could only see it. John could only see it in his time. You know what I mean? So it said, and the great dragon was cast out, meaning defeated, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Yeah, all of them was defeated. Because the Lord coming to take out all these kingdoms, man.
Lord say
That's
he
right.
left no nephew, no niece, nothing. None of
Nothing big, man.
at the house of Esau.
God.
A lot of these Christians feel, that is talking about, Satan who fought against the Lord and cast down. No, that talking about that World War III that coming, that you're gonna fall from his rulership, as the scripture says in 2 Ezra 6. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it, that cometh after. They the fall of Esau kingdom. And it's gonna be
Yeah.
fast too, because you see Satan cast out of heaven like the speed of lightning. As the scripture
Yeah,
say, within 1 hour. Watch how America so big, so great, as and within 1 hour it's gonna be flattened. That is fast. That is lightning fast. Within 1 hour, that great city
boy.
come to naught. That is how fast
Yeah.
it's gonna be. So these prophets back then was just using it. That's how they see it back then and in their time.
God. I want to do that as a video
think of
too.
our eye, boy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I got one last preset here. You see him
Yeah,
chapter.
bring it out
This
there.
for we here. This for we here, Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, "Now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed one. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night." So yeah, the Lord, it says, now is come salvation and strength, man. Cause we in a feeble position right now under these devils, big man. We gotta go to them for the one of all things, right? But now is come salvation and strength. So now we can be ruling under the hand of our big buddy, how it shall be. Is right? And the power of his anointed one, which is our Lord Yahweh Shai. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. Yes, he's defeated, which accused them before our power day and night. Verse 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. You see, so believing in the Lord Yahweh Shai is the first and foremost important thing in overcoming this world, big man. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb. We got the blood in our doorposts right now, in our mind, big man. Meaning this truth, this knowledge, big man. Right? And by the word of their testimony. And they love not their lives unto the death. That's the ultimate sacrifice there, big man. Real thing. We can get put. Not all men can be martyrs, right? Not all men can be martyrs, but um, understand that we may get put in that position. We gotta believe, right? We gotta believe that the Lord will raise us back up, big man. You say? Yeah, how we should believe? You say? God, man, boy. Yay.
Done.
Hey, big man. Hey, this way it come to that Coragma 2023. Next couple of weeks, big man. We see how we can start off.
Come.
Done.
All we got to
And
face this, you know.
it going into it again. One of the biggest talks right now is a recession, right? So it looking it the ending of the year and the beginning of the year looking critical once again. You know,
God,
the things that being mentioned to happen at the beginning of the year is recession. That is nothing good.
God.
Yeah. Say it. But anything to say, Akim, before we close off, before we end it off?
That's what I say. Before you close off, I'll say that's like how you'll see like how like let's talk about soldiers like the brother mentioned. And when you look at that soldiers training, one of the reasons why they go through that rigorous training is why is so that when they reach out in the field, it come like second nature to them. You understand? The soldiers are accustomed eating little. They're accustomed doing long drills, going through all these different afflictions that they put them through in the training session, so that when they actually go on the battlefield, any of those, just like I say with Rambo, he could eat things that make a Billy Goat puke. You understand? He get trained for that, so that when he out in the field, he can be able to deal with anything he have to. And really and truly, like the brothers talk about their afflictions, that is what we get. So that when it is we actually faced with those things, it will be like one of the normal trials that we went through, during our training period. You understand? So really and truly, the elect being prepared for those things, so that when they do fall, when they do befall those things, those situations, it's not going to be something new to them, like these people out here who in comfort every day.
Done.
God, boy. God. Whoa.
Anything else,
Well,
Akim?
nah, hey, nah, I good. I mean, just believe in the Lord Yahweh Shai. You know what I
That's
mean?
right.
And just continue. You know what I mean? We got same
That's right.
far better to look forward to. It's right, far better than this wicked world. You know what I mean?
Um,
Done.
Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. You know what I mean? So,
Done.
yeah, boy.
Done.
Yeah.
So hey, once again, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
our
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Basham,
Hashem,
Yahushai,
Bahasham,
Ba'ashem,
Basham,
Yahushai,
Hashem,
Yahushua,
Hashem,
Ba'ashem,
Hakodash.
Nakakodash,
Hashem,
Bring us the word or teachers of muchas salutations for the academics opportunities we didn't the ultimate constantly in season of first kind of like on a daily basis. We say Shalom. Right?
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom. Yahweh Hashem, Yahushai, Barakatam.